Hello guys, welcome to Goshen City. In today's sermon, Rev Sam preached about the different types of singles and how we can approach them. This message will help us to identify who is ready for a serious relationship and also how to approach a relationship with wisdom, with confidence, with clarity, and so on. Also, how common mistakes people make when approaching potential partners can be identified. Kindly stay tuned as we dive into this message. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this video.
Now, there are 4 kinds of singles. I'd like you to take note of this. There are 4 kinds of singles all over the world. There are people we call voluntary temporary singles. Voluntary temporary singles. It's important. I may call you to tell me which one you are, so write down. Use your phone, you can take note. There are 4 kinds of singles all over the world. Basically, by no means exhaustive, but basically, for categorization purposes. Number 1, voluntary temporary singles. These are singles by choice for a season. Singles by choice for a season. Meaning, I don't want to marry. I am not interested in relationship because I want to focus on my PhD. I want to focus on this. I want to focus on that. I'm not in the best frame of mind for this. I'm not in the best frame of mind for that. So we call these individuals voluntary temporary singles, VTS. These are individuals who are saying, for a moment, I don't want to be in a relationship. Then we have what we call the voluntary permanent singles. These are singles who are saying, listen, I don't want to get married because, sorry sir, please, you're taking out the debt. You're not helping me. I don't know what's going on here. I need my debt here, sir. That's good. So that don't make me sound too peachy. So we have with us voluntary permanent singles. These are singles who are singles by choice for a lifetime. And the reason for that can be for things including I am a eunuch. I don't have sexual desires, so I don't want to get married. I don't like sex, so I don't want to get married. It could include things like I had a very bad experience in the beginning, and so I don't want to do anything. I don't want to get married. It can also move as fast as things like because I got pregnant and I have a child, I don't want to marry again. I just want to focus on my child. So there are reasons why people are what you call voluntary permanent singles. Number 3, there are those we call involuntary temporary singles. These are singles for a season due to unforeseen situations and circumstances. Involuntary. This is not me saying I want to be single for a season. It just turns out to be that I want to be married, but I can't explain why I am not just getting married. So these are involuntary temporary singles. They are singles for a season due to unforeseen situations and circumstances. And this is where we have the largest population. This is where we have the largest population of singles. Because so many want to get married. Let me ask you, how many of you consider yourself to be among the involuntary temporary single? You want to marry, but you can't tell why you're not getting married. Raise your hands. Okay, so maybe I'm going to ask you. Okay, I will mention the 4th one, then I will know which one you belong to. All right. The last one is involuntary permanent singles. These are singles. These are people that will be single for the rest of their lives. Not by choice, but because of circumstances and situations that have forced them into that. And there are so many people in that category also. Because of the situation and circumstances they can't control, it has permanently forced them into a situation whereby they're going to be singles for the rest of their lives. Think about the case of a lady called Tamar in the Bible, one of the daughters of David. The Bible said when her brother raped her, the Bible said because of that rape, she was not responsible for the rape, but because of that rape, she decided for the rest of her life she's not going to get married. Voluntary permanent single, she decided, look, I'm not going to get married again. A voluntary permanent single, I'm not going to get married again, for a situation that was beyond our control. And you have a situation whereby a lady had an accident, and as a result of that accident, it has permanently affected the situation whereby affected her so much so that now the consideration of getting married is no longer something she's thinking about. How many of us consider ourselves to be voluntary temporary singles? For now, I don't want to get married. I just want to learn about marriage. Raise your hand. I'm not interested in marriage for now. Don't come near me. Wave your hands and warn them quickly. Warn everybody. Don't come near me now. Bros, can you see them? Sisters, can you see them? Voluntary temporary singles. All right. Voluntary permanent singles. I have decided to follow Jesus. I have decided to follow Jesus. I have decided. So, voluntary permanent singles. For the rest of my life, no marriage. I'm just attending singles program because I like to learn a lot about relationship. Raise your hand here. Permanent. Sorry, ma. That's amazing. That's good. Permanent. Anyone else? So we usually don't have so many of them. Oh, can I wave your answer? Hello, marvelous. That's good, man. Talk to me. You don't want to get married for lifetime? Oh, that's cool. You and I may need to talk. Is that okay? I just want to be sure that your decisions are based on sound judgment. Is that okay? Because sometimes people reach those decisions without wide consultation. Some of the reasons why people reach those decisions are based on pain. And ma'am, what's her name, ma'am? Say it again. Cairo? Kairos, right? Fantastic. I would love to see you too, so that I just get to have an idea why you reach that kind of a decision. Is that okay? God bless you. All right. So everybody's decision must be respected. Is that okay? Fantastic. All right. So you're beginning to know now that all these categorizations do exist. Is that okay? Then let's look at the third one. Involuntary temporary singles. You want to get married, but there are just, you can't tell why it's not happening yet. Raise your hands. Sincerely speaking, I want to let everybody know I want to marry. If you're around me, come close. That's almost like 98% of this audience. All right, God bless you. Involuntary permanent singles, single for life by unforeseen circumstances. Just not because I chose to, but the circumstance of life has forced me to now saying, hey, no marriage for the rest of my life. Anybody like that here? Okay, nobody in that category. Usually very rare to find people in that category. What are some of the mistakes? 7 mistakes that singles always make. We want to get into today. I like I said, I just want to, and then you have opportunity to ask me questions. All right, you will have the opportunity to ask me questions today. Number 1 mistake, one of the mistakes that singles always make when it comes to choosing a life partner. Number 1 is pursuing a life partner without knowing your life's purpose. Pursuing a life partner without knowing your life's purpose. The way it works is that you need to know your God, know yourself, know your purpose before you start thinking about knowing anyone or anything else. Marriage is not a place for people that don't know themselves. It's dangerous to be looking for someone you want to marry when the person that you are has not even discovered yourself. You don't know you. That's why they ask you a question when you get married. Say, do you take this woman? The question is, who is you? Let's start with the guys. Guys, let me say this. If a guy can have a clear sense of vision, backed up with dedication to pursuing the vision, there is literally nowhere in the world where a guy can find a wife. I'm going to say that again. With a clear sense of purpose and a strong dedication to pursuing your life's purpose, it is naturally so that most women want to gravitate in your direction. Every woman wants to be sure I'm lining up behind a man who knows himself and knows where he's going to. In the way God arranged marriage, it is this way. The first thing God exposed man to was God. The second thing man was exposed to was himself. Did you get that? The first thing man was exposed to was the God who made him. The second thing man was exposed to was what? Himself. Before he started seeing a woman around him, the man saw himself, knew himself. And that is the same order today. If a man is going to be successful, in relationship matters, the first thing the man needs to do is for the man to know God. Number two is for the man to know himself. Know thyself. Know yourself. And knowing yourself includes knowing your identity, knowing your purpose, knowing your assignment, knowing why you are here. It is dangerous to bring somebody into your life without knowing what they will come and assist you to do or what role they will play in your life. Know yourself. Know your purpose. Know why you exist. Know what assignment you want to carry out here on earth. Know what difference you want to make in life. The first person that the woman saw, can anybody give me the answer? The first person that the woman saw was who? Say it again. God. The second person the woman got to discover was who? Herself. You see that? You see that? It's not the man she discovered. The man was the third person she discovered. The first was God, the second was herself, and the third was man. It is dangerous for you as a lady to pursue discovering a man without discovering God, without discovering yourself. It is the reason why you will be taken for granted. It is the reason why you will be abused. It is the reason why you will be misused. As a lady, the order is the woman discovered God first and then discovered herself and discovered her man. It's the way it works. Listen to me. Do you know why I'm talking to you about the importance of knowing your purpose? The moment you know your purpose, it decides who qualifies for relationship with you. So purpose is a sensor. Your purpose will separate the boys from the men, the girls from the women. That I wanted to become, or what if I decide that I want to become the president of Nigeria, the first female president of Nigeria? Listen to what the man said. He said, if you had told me you want to be the first female president of Nigeria, he said, I would never have chosen to be your husband. I was shocked. I said, you know why? She said, it's not part of my purpose to be the husband of a president. He said, I will not have seen myself. He said, I don't see myself as a husband of a president, of a female president. Now, it's not saying my wife can't be a president. It's just simply saying, I am not wired to be the husband for such a woman. That's just being honest. If that is your purpose, that is not what I am wired for. I think you deserve a better person than I. You deserve somebody different. Knowing your purpose helps to define who qualifies for relationship with you. Now, this is the reason for many divorces and many conflicts in marriages and relationships, because you have a situation whereby you didn't tell me what your purpose was until we got married. Then you began to tell me you want to do this, you want to do that, only for you to later realize that what you want to do and what you want to become is not something I'm comfortable with, which is now a major reason why many relationships are breaking apart. So the man is saying, look, I'm not comfortable with that. And the woman also, all of a sudden, the man is just saying to his wife, I want to become the president of Nigeria. And the woman is like, sorry, but in our conversation, you told me you were going to become a pastor, that God has called you to become a pastor. Well, I just changed my mind. Where can you allow me time to process this so that I can internalize that and all of that? I'm trying to make you understand how that purpose matters. Knowing your purpose is very critical. So when my wife and I was going to get married, she was very clear. I'm a pastor. And I do not have any intention to become a politician. Not today, not tomorrow, not until I leave the earth. Imagine how confused my wife will be for me to wake up tomorrow and say, sweetheart, sorry, I'm just coming from my neck. Now, I mean, just think about it. Pastor Mary, just help Pastor Mary to think. I mean, if you're a woman, help my wife to just think about what I'm saying. And I just look at Pastor Mary and I say to her, sweetheart, where are you from? You've taken too long today. I just came from my neck. I just couldn't talk to you in the morning. When I woke up I had a dream. What's your dream all about? No, I just saw myself. I saw myself contesting for Senate, local government chairman, and governor of my state. Now, she's not against anything I want to become, but the question is, sorry, don't you think we should have talked about it? So one of the major mistakes that singles always make is not defining life's purpose before they start pursuing life partner. So make sure you're clear about your life's purpose, what you want to become in life, before you start talking about a life partner. Meaning, choosing a life partner must be in alignment with your life's purpose. Is that correct, man? That's where joy comes from. That's where satisfaction comes from.